What's up, everybody? Chris Hernandez here, back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk about the idea of just longevity and paying your dividends right now, paying your dues right now, so that you can get paid later with financial freedom and total control of your life. So, a bit about me: I'm 18 right now. I'm currently running an ad agency, so we're on track to scale to 10K per month. So I've been in and out of signing 1 to 2 clients here and there, but now I've built a system and a team to automate that process and to get more leads in, to then just fill the pipeline consistently. So that's something I've been working on right now. Looking to expand on the social platforms like YouTube, like TikTok. And with that being said, right, the idea of putting all the upfront investment right now in this YouTube space, on the social space, as well as growing my agency, it's like a sacrifice that's going to pay off into 3 to 4 years, where I'm going to have a 7-figure income coming in because I've made the investment right now, instead of other people in my situation who are 18 and who are in college right now, who plan on doing all 4 years and then looking for a job, taking that 9 to 5 route, where they go to college for 4 years, and then they have to figure out how they're going to pay off $100,000 debt they owe for student loans and all that, and then they end up working for a 9 to 5 job they end up hating. They work there for the rest of their life trying to pay off that 100K debt. And with me, I'm taking the other route, where right now I'm in school technically, just a community college, but that's something to keep me busy, I'd say, while I'm building up the agency right now. I'm building up my social presence, but I'm not spending $40,000 in student debts for 1 year of college tuition. But a couple things I noticed is that the process is going to develop. It's going to take longer than usual, and the way to overcome that is simply by just falling in love with the small stuff, right? When it comes to me, when I grow my agency, there's a couple things I look at. I look at the way I'm attracting clients, the way I'm getting clients results, and then just the longevity of how long the client's with me. So typically I'm looking to charge around like $3,000 in service fees alone as a basic fee, because I have a team that's going to come in and it's going to automate the full process, from not only doing market research before we run ads, but as well as creating creatives and creating video ads and image ads that we know that works for the algorithm. So it's like implementing that automation, those systems in place to then break to the next level, right? And then when you take the upfront investment right now, you take the sacrifice, it's going to be a year to 2 years of where nothing really happens. And then on that third year, it just like breaks out, because it's the effects of just compound interest, right? And typically that's what separates successful people from just average people, is the ability to follow discipline and stick to principles day in and day out, where somebody that's average typically just works a 9 to 5 or goes to school, doesn't really plan on building something else that's going to stand for the test of time. With entrepreneurs, you see people do small stuff. You look at guys like Gary Vee, who when I was 14, I was watching all of his content. And then you look at his old videos, like where it's like 2010, he's just starting on YouTube, posting like 100 videos, getting no views for his wine business. And then you see just the growth in social engagement and social subscribers, because he paid his dues back then. So same concept applies here, right? If you want to go all in and build a sustainable business long term, where you don't have to work for the rest of your life, well, then you have to make the upfront sacrifice, the upfront investment, where you're sacrificing 2 to 3 years of nothing just happening, but you just power through that, and you just fall in love with the process of the small things, because you realize that's something you'd rather be doing than working for somebody else. So for me at 16, that really came afloat, where it's like I dabbled into a business where I want to build longevity and take the sacrifice right now. So in 2016, drop shipping was the biggest thing, right? Which really, I wasn't really drop shipping. I was just falling in love with the e-com platform, right? Getting to know how to write copy, how to run creatives, how to run Facebook ads properly. So in those 2016 when I was 16 went to 18, right, that 2 year span, I was just buying a bunch of econ courses and just studying e-commerce as a whole. And then right now, created an ad agency, because I feel comfortable and I know the process enough. I know what it takes to then run a successful campaign, to run a successful ad. So there's a couple of things, right? just falling in love with just researching the market, understanding what's somebody doing differently that's hiring or that's operating at a higher frequency than you. That's the biggest caveat to that. That's the biggest takeaway is you can study people that are ahead of you, take all the good stuff that they're already doing and implement it for yourself, and then you're going to see the process just become easier, and the time it takes to be successful becomes shorter because you're implementing stuff that already works. So for me, right, I got into the agency space because I invested in a course, and then in that course, right, complete the course, realized I need something else to take me further along my path. So and then I invested in mentorship. When I invested in mentorship, that really cut the learning curve because I'm already getting taught by somebody who's operating at a higher frequency than me in the same exact niche. So that really taking learning from somebody that's already done it cuts the learning curve a lot, because not only are you doing stuff that is actually driving the needle for your business, but you're also creating that longevity when you take the step to invest with somebody that's operating at a higher frequency than you. So when I first started out, right, did the course, then was intrigued by mentorship. So I believe anybody who wants to be successful must invest in the mentors to teach them the proper way to build a business, to scale a business, to run a business, to operate a business. So with that, right, no matter what, it takes sacrifice. So when you invest in mentorship, you're not going to see the results right away. Typically, it takes 90 days for you to see the full potential of the actions you took right now. So I look at it like a 90-day scale, right? So if today nothing's happening, well, what did I do 90 days from now that led me to this point? So every single action has a reaction. So and then if you spend the next 3 months just putting your head down and posting the right content to then get the right clients into meetings and get that pipeline filled, then you do that for 3 months, and the next 3 months are going to become easier and easier, and then it just compound interest. It's like a big snowball going down a hill, where then the only way to go is technically up, but you're getting so much momentum that's just driving your business forward. So it's it's the idea of building momentum to then keep you going and then keep you realigned with your goals and the reason why you got started in doing this, right? So typically, look at it like this about where I have the 10-year, I have a decade-year goal where 10 years from now, I want to have like all these assets built up. And I know that if I look at it from a year, what am I doing on a yearly basis, right? A year from now, before, like a year, I look back at it, a year from now, I was getting started into it. Now I look at it next year, I want to be completely focused and dedicated to these streams that I'm building right now. So, and then you take it back from like break it up into like separate quarters, right? So for every business is quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. For your business, then you take it back and look at different quarters of your business. What are you doing properly? What do you need to work on? And then how do you scale your business, right? So then you look at it from a week to week basis, right? What actions have you taken for the week and what results have you gotten? And you look at it and you reverse engineer it to then create a solid routine that you can follow daily, because you understand the idea of long-term thinking. And then with that, you have the idea to then you understand now that you're making the upfront investment not only because you want to get more money, but technically it's more than that. You know that if you sacrifice 3 years of just hard work doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to pay off to then allow you to have freedom to do what you love. So that's the whole idea and the mindset when it comes to wanting to venture out, try new things, but also understanding that the sacrifices must be taken first before you get the results you want to earn. So that's really all I have for this video, and just some of my thoughts and what am I doing properly and stuff. And right now I know the YouTube place is all over like the way I'm like making my videos, but technically I'm taking the journey to then make the upfront investment right now, so then my work pays off in the future. So really, my videos are going to be better. I'm going to, down the line, I'm going to buy the right equipment to make these videos better and proper. But at the end of the day, right, I'm just getting started and I'm just taking major action right now. So hopefully the work's going to pay off, let's say a year from now, where I look back on this. But other than that, that's really all I have to leave you with. It's just understand that when it's time for you to make the sacrifice right now, don't quit and don't give up, and understand that it's going to pay off eventually, right? no work goes unfinished, because you're going to get the results from the work you do right now. And look at it in 90-day increments, look at it quarter increments. Understand that for the action you take right now, it takes 90 days for it to come back around and pay off. So take that in mind, and of course apply it to your life. So really, that's all I have for this video. Hope you enjoyed. I would say subscribe for more. I myself am an ad agency owner, and I help e-com businesses scale to 6 to 7 figures by automizing and systemizing traffic. So if you're into that, feel free. You can message me down below. I'll have my calendar booked. Comment it down below if you want to schedule a call with me. A free consultation where we go over everything, and then if you're the right fit, I'd make you an offer. But really, that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed, more content coming soon. Appreciate it.